Hey everyone, I'm going to do this as best I can. I don't know how well you can see me because I can't really see behind the camera. But I'm pretty sure many of you have either started university or are about to start university next week, like I am. This is my next year, but the thing is, you need to, if you're starting your first year, you still need to go in straight away, and when you get an assignment, if you have the resources at home, I would suggest you try and get it done as soon as possible. Don't submit it straight away, but get it done. But when you get it done, as you've done it before the deadline, you have more time. So what I would say is proofread it, and then if it sounds alright and it's in the word count that you have to keep in, even sometimes I know there's word counts, it's so hard to put everything in, then that's good. Just make sure you double check the word count before you submit it, because that's what I did, because I was over by one word, so I took one word out and it still made sense. And if you are going into a second, third, maybe even the fourth or masters, you have to get in and go straight at topics. Some of the things I might not have, if you don't have the resources at home, then try and get as much done, or stay after if you can, to get it completed, or get the much done as you possibly can until you can go home and actually be home in a good enough, reasonable time. Now, the thing is, last year I started off by not doing it, but I know that you must just get down and do it. Like, if you have a day off in the week, which I don't know if you do it at all universities, but I'm pretty sure you have at least one day off, or maybe two, then try and make that day, like one of those days, if you've got 2 days, make one of those days, then when you do work, another day you can rest it. But then, if you have one day, you're going to have to use that day, or you can rest on that day, but then you have to do it over the weekend. The thing is, with this, you have to make sure, I don't know if you've heard the phrase hit the ground running. It means as soon as you get it there, you actually just go and do all the work. Like, you will have assignments in year 1, I think, maybe tops of about 2,000, 2,500 words. Now, to be honest, that does seem like a lot, but if you actually look at it in terms of how much you're writing, how much you've got put in detail, it isn't actually a lot. I don't think it's enough words, but it can be. You just have to kind of briefly summarize something, and the one bit that's the most important, like you prioritise what bits of it are most important, and that's the bit you use most of the words for, while the other bits you summarise them and make it brief, describing them and explaining what they are. That's what you got to do. But the word count, I am the worst with word count, trust me, but if you don't keep in it, they will stop reading after that word count. You have a bit of leeway, I think it's like 10% over, so if you have to use 10%, do. I hardly ever did, but one time I actually did, but you have to use the whole thing because I needed that stuff in there. Yeah, so if you are just starting, go straight at it, just get everything done, proofread, word count checked, and then you'll be fine. And this is the second year, third year, fourth year, just go at it. You know what it's like, you've been through it, but you need to go at it even more. Yeah, so that's basically what this video is about. University, start-up, or returning. You got to go at it. I've got my second year, I'm going to have an exam. Now this is the thing about exams. I know exams aren't everyone's thing, but you have to study for them. They are not just something you can just go in like, oh, I know this. You have to study for exams. I did. If you know someone or you can get help from someone, gladly do it. It will help a lot. Now, with the exams, they're very vague, so I didn't know what to revise, but I revised for one, which I had the chance of getting through anyway, and the other one I revised for, and I got through it because I had something that I needed. But you need to revise what you can. Like, sometimes they won't even give you any hint to what it is, so you need to revise, and that will get you through it. Trust me, I've done it myself, and I've got through it. I had 2 last year. They had like one day in between. It wasn't a lot of time to revise, but the other one, I had something that helped me from my past. If you don't have that, it's going to be hard. But I've had 2 exams actually, where they were on the same day, one straight after the other. I was in there and I was still sitting in that same seat. It's basically when they come one after the other, you have to revise both of them, even if they're different topics. Like I had 2 different topics in my head. I know it's hard, but you got to try and make sure that you get it in your head, and then basically go, oh, this topic's for this one, this one, and somehow I know it's got to be in here. Just try and separate it. So that's for exams. So you're going to university or you're going there, do your best and just make sure you get it all done in time, proofread it, and with exams, make sure you revise. I'll see you next video. Goodbye guys.